So let's be real. Most hate doesn't come from the strangers on the internet. It comes from the people who know you, been around you long enough. And the moment you start doing better, people get quiet, they get weird, passive aggressive, and act like you changed. So tonight we're gonna talk about why and how success triggers people for the negative. So what's our first topic, Z?
Yeah, so I don't know. For people that don't know, I mean, it's all over the internet. It's been a big viral thing. Um, Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels got into it. Now, for those that don't know, we'll just make it real short and let you know what basically happened. Um, Corey Holcomb's invited Anton Daniels to the show, his podcast that he has, and they
Yeah.
were supposed to debate. So, just to make a long story short, basically, Corey Holcomb said he was kissing ass, and
Yeah.
Anton Daniels
Well,
replied,
don't say it exactly what he said, but you
"Yeah,
know.
yeah," said
Yeah.
something else of the sort,
Yeah.
and it took it to a whole nother level. So after that, Anton Daniels went to some podcasts and started talking about how Corey Holcomb was this and that and this and that. So Corey
Said
Holcomb
he was
came
gonna
back,
dog walk him and all that.
yeah, saying a
Yeah.
whole bunch of stuff, right?
Just a
So
bunch of nonsense.
there's a whole bunch of nonsense, yeah, a whole bunch. So he ended up coming back on a Tuesday night because I've been watching Corey Holcomb podcasts for a while now. So came back on a Tuesday night and pretty much went all out. And
Yeah.
now we're at the point because he ended up showing some pictures on there, and
Yeah.
now we're at the point where Anton Daniels is talking about suing. So, how do
Yeah.
you feel about this? And what do you think about this? Because I know a lot of people was talking about it, and I just I don't know. I want to know what you think first.
Well, from my perspective, this is what I seen happen. First, Corey Holcomb said something that offended Anton Daniels. Then Anton Daniels said he was going to take it a step further, and he basically said he called what came out of his mouth, said he was taking it to hell. And for me, I know a lot of people said Anton Daniels won, Corey Holcomb won. At the end of the day, they both won because nobody got knocked out. Nobody uh lost pretty much anything. This all this exposure they getting is because of what the situation. But for grown men to be debating who won when all it was a shouting match is ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous. They getting online talking about he won because he stood over you. He won because he told you let's go outside. No, everybody came out clean slate, so it's no winners or loss. It's basically a win for both of them because they're getting all this exposure, and everybody's talking about the situation. But from what I got from what people were saying, they wanted somebody to crash out and lose everything. So in order to be like, he got him or he got him. No. Both of y'all got platforms. Both of them you're gonna do good after this. Once the situation is over with. So I would say if it's a real issue like that though, if say it's really an issue and they really feel like I just can't let it go. This is what I suggest they do. Since everybody's getting paid to do boxing matches and celebrity boxing matches, if it's really an issue and y'all really wanted to get in like that, set up something like that where it's a safe environment for both of y'all. Uh, actually got a referee. If it's really that deep, as people is making it, if it's really that deep, and y'all got to keep going back and forth making videos online on each other, maybe that's the solution. And once that's done, it's done. That's how it was when I was coming up back in. You got it out the way, and it was done. It's none of this back and forth. Like, I don't like this DJ academic type of world we live in, where get online, talk crazy, and that's the solution. That ain't a solution to me. What you think?
I feel you on it. I feel because the thing is, I think it's Mecca that's out there in where they shoot at, the shoot they podcast at. They
Oh,
actually
okay.
do something like that where they set up little boxing things. You feel me? So that would be easy for them to do. They already got it set up. So
Cause
I
me,
feel
I'm
like
just tired of all the talking. Like I just from a different era, I guess. The 90s
yeah,
era of
real. That's real.
if you gonna pop it, you gotta back it up.
And that's the thing too. I feel like if they do that, they could do the boxing match because they could set it
Yeah.
up, everybody get paid. I mean, how many people gonna pay to
Yep.
watch that? So, I mean,
I mean,
they gonna need
somebody will
some
pay.
time to get ready though. But
But guess what? Even if you don't wanna do it, get paid. If it's that serious and that deep of a situation, that's why I'm like, this is all entertainment, folks. Because if it was that deep, that's the first thing I would be suggesting. If I really had an issue like that, that's the first thing I'm suggesting. You know what? Let's forget all the noise, everybody talking. Forget all this. I would have did this and I would have did that. A lot of them wanted to bust a grape. So
mm,
let's get it out the way. If we're really that mad at each other. But I don't think it was nothing that deep to do this. But if it is, if that's how they feel, I say that's the solution for them, because going back and forth on the internet, trying to sue each other, like, hopefully nobody's trying to mess up anybody's channel. You know what I mean?
and
Because
yeah,
man,
yeah. Cause
all
at
over some word.
yeah, cause at first I'm gonna be honest with you. At first I was like, oh, maybe they set this up. You know what I mean? To they both can
Yeah,
eat, but you don't tell no man that what he said,
exactly.
and they go another
You don't
level.
invite them to your private parts. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Or say he's on somebody else's part. You just don't do that.
nah.
You don't do
So
that,
that's
man.
where it went bad,
Yeah.
and I think that's the problem I have with this is just some people do because of Corey Holcomb. He's a comedian, right? He tell jokes, but a lot of people take it serious. And now it's some other stuff that was going on and I just felt like it come out now all of a sudden. Now he got a problem with this dude, Anton Daniels, and now they have this other thing come up. That's why I feel like it's
Oh
kind
yeah.
of weird that's gonna come up now. So that's what I don't like. I'll be like, bro, I don't understand that. They kind of seem weird to me. So
Exactly.
for something else to come up all of a sudden after out of nowhere, and all of a sudden they got a video, and this is what people are not getting. I'm not saying it's real. I'm not saying I don't know, because all I know is there's a bunch of AI stuff out there, and a lot of the AI videos look real now. That's all I know. That's all I'm gonna say,
Oh,
because I don't know for sure.
yep.
But
Yep.
we done seen some AI videos come out that look real, so I don't know for sure. So
Yeah. I'm just
everybody
saying,
getting a video and going with it,
yeah.
it's like you gotta make sure though first, because a lot of this stuff
Yep.
be people making some AI videos. You
Exactly.
know,
And it's
so
like, for all my people out there, and you know what I'm saying when I say all my people, for all my people, this is just a message to help all my people on becoming, when you becoming a man, even when you're a child, it's okay to agree to disagree, my guys. It really is. It's okay to agree to disagree without disrespecting each other. You feel me? That's all I'm saying.
yeah, yeah,
Because
you
if you,
gotta just
I'm like, unless you came there and that was your intention to just disrespect each other, then don't go to do that podcast. That's all I'm saying. If that was the case, just if y'all already don't like each other, and you can't
I'm,
agree to
I'm,
disagree without just
I didn't
going,
cut you off.
"Oh,
I
what's
don't want
up?"
to cut you off. But just that fact, what you just said, when he went to
Yeah,
these other platforms and said what he said, it seemed like he just went there to mess with him. It
Anton
don't seem
Daniels
like,
we talking about.
yeah,
Yeah,
Anton
that's what
Daniel. It
I'm
seemed
saying.
like
I seen some stuff too. I was like, bruh, I
I
know
didn't.
you
That's
didn't go all the way to LA just for a situation like this. He said he was there just to debate, but it's like, damn, it went that left. How many people have it gone that left with while they was on the show with this dude though? Where it was with Corey Holcomb. I don't remember. I've been watching too. I ain't seen too many like this.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I seen some stuff, but it wasn't like this though. Like, man. And then you got to understand where you at. Like, you're not at home. You're in somebody else's backyard.
Yeah.
So
You in LA.
trying to be this, but a lot of it's like trying to be this, trying to look like an alpha male on camera, and you just don't look like one. I'm just be real with you. Big dogs don't bark because they too busy eating. I've been saying this. Big dogs don't bark because they too busy eating. That's why I named the big dog. 'Cause I ain't finna say a word. I'ma just if man, you know,
Ooh.
it's gotta be man. If you so
So
called you got all this money and you doing this good and that good, why are y'all so upset with Corey Holcomb? I
I
don't
mean,
get it.
I feel you on that. What
You know what I mean?
I don't know, but this what I'm trying to see, like suing somebody after you went on all these other platforms too and talked about it with everybody and said all what you said, and then he ended up doing what he did. You kind of asked for it to me when you just did that. You see what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
okay. Now that's one thing though I don't agree with though. I don't agree with coming for somebody kids though. I just can't.
I feel you on that.
I know,
I,
but you know, like we've been saying, you can't tell a man how to respond. That's why you gotta respect everybody and everything around you. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that.
It's like,
Feel you. That's what I'm saying. I feel you on that because you can't. That's what I mean though. It's like you can't do that and then expect them to respond the same way you think people should respond.
exactly.
So that's where
Because
he
that
messed up too, because it's like it's a comedian. You can't really you don't you know what I mean? Comedians
yeah,
are just
yeah,
go. It's like you gotta know who you're going to get. I felt like he thought he was gonna be able to work what he was trying to work, and I just think it didn't work. So
yeah.
we'll see.
It's
For
just
me though,
crazy. I was like,
yeah, turning it to like suing somebody, I don't know if that's even like something you should be doing now.
especially if you told them what you said to them,
Mm.
like like I said, you can't tell nobody how to respond. It. You said you was trying to take it to hell, and now he took it further. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's the risk you take when you think, "Oh, I'm gonna respond this way. Oh, I'm gonna do
yeah,
it this way." You don't think about everything. You smart, but not that smart
yeah.
to think about that situation occurring. See what I'm saying?
No, that's
It's
facts.
like,
That's facts. That's facts. That's
man,
oh man. I don't know. I just know I've been watching the Corey Holcomb show for a while. Like it's funny and everything, but I know, like you said, that like I said, I just don't know if you should just sue somebody for that though. But you know,
especially if
we'll see.
you done it before though. Like you did it, you did the same. You posted
Yeah,
people
he did the
kids.
same thing.
You
Yeah,
talked about people wives and daughters, and you know what I mean. So now it just looked bad. Like basically, it looks like you're Drake and Corey Holcomb is Kendrick Lamar. That's what it looked like. How Drake is trying to sue him.
yeah,
It's like don't engage in the back and forth if you're gonna sue. That's
Yeah,
all I'm
that's
saying.
yeah.
Don't engage then. Don't even just when he said what he said to you,
Mm-hmm.
if it offended or just say the same thing back to him. You know what I mean? And I bet you it wouldn't have went that left. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. But
But
you said you was trying to take it to hell. So hey, it's in hell now.
oh yeah. But
Yes,
man, but we on to the next one. So
sir.
I don't know if you guys heard, but
Well, before we move to the next one, in
oh yeah.
conclusion, just box it out in a safe environment. If you want to get paid for it, do that. If not, just do it privately and have security and have real referees to break it up when you know what I mean. Do it that way
Uh,
then,
yeah,
so you don't have to keep going back and forth, and then uh nobody kids got to get talked about online. That's all.
that's all. That's good. Good. That's a good
Yeah.
ending right there.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know if people heard, but I know everybody probably heard. But so Netflix is getting they signed a deal with Sony, Sony Pictures. So Netflix and Sony announced $7 billion global streaming agreement. So that's
Man,
pretty
who
big right
pissed
there.
Netflix
Already,
off?
what'd you say?
That's crazy. Who pissed Netflix off? Because they coming for everything.
I know. I know.
They
It's
just
crazy. I
bought
don't know
Warner
what.
Brothers.
Yeah, they just got Warner Brothers. And now I know this is just it's a multi-year thing, so I don't know how long exactly. So, but it's kind of cool what they're gonna be able to do. So, and then it's kind of I'm trying to see what's gonna happen because uh Sony still has I don't know if they have all the rights or they have like I don't know how it works, but they still got Spider-Man that's still coming out under Sony Pictures. You know what I mean? So we got to see how that's gonna work because Disney owns Marvel. They bought out Marvel, so uh and Disney has they have their own streaming service. So we got to see what's gonna happen with this stuff because they have Venom. They had another Venom they saying gonna come out.
I
Um,
thought it was done.
yeah, I thought it was done too until I saw they talking about 2026. So, uh,
Wow.
but let me look. Let me look. I've been looking to see like what movies. Well, first, what do you think about this? Like how does this affect like the theatrical releases, the way it used to be done, where you know what I mean? It was movies,
Man,
theaters,
I'm gonna
then you go
I'm gonna be
movie.
honest. I'm speaking from a fan perspective. Like, I prefer to watch my movies at home. I'm be honest. I prefer being at home. Like, if I just want to have a drink and not have to drive back home after I get a drink and watching a movie, had a food already at the house.
I mean, yeah, that's true. You can
You
drink
know
at
what I mean?
home.
Like, not have to worry about nobody kids making noise the whole time or kicking the back of my seat the whole movie or uh
Mm-hmm.
being around people coughing while they in the movie theater the whole time. The movie being so packed, it's every seat taken. Like, it's peace of mind. I'm be real. And then if I can get it that easily at home, I'll wait. I'll wait for it to come to Netflix.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
See, as a thinking like other fans, I understand why they might be a little irritated with it because for some people, it's like a vacation for them, or it's like a little mini trip. You know what I mean? To be
Man,
able to
I
go
remember.
take their family to the to a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for sure, that's something I understand why people would be upset. And just off of the Sony stuff, we got let's talk about them getting the WB Warner Brothers. It's like a lot of people was trying to figure out what was gonna happen with the DC movies like Batman and Superman and all these Supergirl. And I guess
Man.
I I just recently saw something saying they're gonna at least give it, I thought a month or something, so many days at a movie theater, and then they're gonna put it on their streaming service. So I think some people were okay with it, but you still gonna have people that's, not gonna like it. Of course, all of these other, of course, all of the other studios are gonna be upset at Netflix because they're gonna do that, and that's kind of gonna hurt the rest of. I see why they think, because to be honest, they're gonna have to make an adjustment now. That's really like when something new has a lot of stuff, it evolves, and that's basically what's
Yeah.
happening here.
Yep.
So now this is evolving to where these other ones that are older, they don't want, like, it's no. We did it this way for this long, and this is it. Netflix then came and just changed the game. So
And I
now,
remember they were talking
yeah,
about Netflix like it was just in the beginning, and that's what I mean. Like, think about the Netflix, the person who invented Netflix when they were starting out, and people that knew them in their own family wouldn't buy that $5.99 subscription. And I say $5.99 on purpose. Remember that number, $5.99. They wouldn't buy that $5.99 subscription, and look at it now. All
yeah,
because they grew up with them. They seen them grinding, seen the struggle, seen they wasn't, probably didn't had nothing to do with entertainment or movies or shows. Probably never made a movie or show, uh, but just had a vision and an idea, and nobody who they actually knew, who seen them regularly, thought it would be that big. And on the come up, people not from where they from, people everywhere else offering to buy their subscription, paying it faithfully, monthly. See what I'm saying? Remember that number, $5.99. They wouldn't
yeah,
pay. And now I don't know what it is now, but everybody paying now, even them people that wouldn't pay. They gotta pay because they want to see the same stuff. Now you gonna have to pay if you want to see these Sony or WB on there.
oh yeah.
Man,
So what do you think is gonna happen with a lot of these other stream? What are they gonna have to do? Because you
oh,
have Amazon, uh Amazon Prime, you got what's the other one? Paramount, you have Hulu. Well, Hulu, they kind of combine with Disney, I think. So not
yeah.
really them. But
I'm,
what do you think about these other ones?
I'm gonna be honest. Amazon and Disney and Hulu and all. Besides those ones and YouTube, besides those, they're the only ones that can compete with Netflix right now. Paramount can't. HBO can't.
Mm,
Uh, Now Tubi might be able to because they got stuff on there that's not on nothing else. They'll be the last. It's not gonna be the most high quality content, but they got content that's not gonna be on every. So they'll be all
mm.
right. They won't drown. But to be honest with you, the only thing Netflix don't have right now, they starting to get podcasts now. They don't have streamers, like a streamer type of thing,
Mm.
and sports. So besides that, like if they let them get that, they're a monopoly then.
I forgot you're right about that because I saw the podcast, some podcasts about to start this week. And
Yeah.
of course, uh what is the one with Charlemagne on? They
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club starts this, I think it's this Friday. This Monday. This Monday they starting on Netflix now. So they
Man.
won't be on YouTube. I guess that everything's going to Netflix now. So
Yeah.
uh it's pretty cool. I mean, it's crazy how you go from they just started with just older movies, came up with their own originals. And I feel like these moves they're making is because the Stranger Things was like that one for them, and once they ended, they needed to make some moves.
Yeah.
Like they
Stranger
made
Things
some,
carried them for sure.
yeah,
Stranger Things carried them.
yeah,
But
because
man, that's gonna be like everybody else. They would have to team up. Like Stars ain't gonna be the last. They're gonna have to
Mm,
team up. Like Stars, HBO, and Paramount would have to work together.
well,
That's the only
HBO.
way.
Oh no, you're right. HBO, they got their own streaming service. That's right.
Yup, Stars, HBO, and Paramount would literally have to. 'Cause that's how much content Netflix is
Yeah.
getting. Like I remember when all they had was like overseas titles and some like they didn't have they had a lot of like you had to read the screen type movies on there. And
Yeah.
before Stranger Things, before these cult following shows that they got on there, when they were just starting, they had
Hmm.
some originals, they had some older movies, and then they had like a bunch of you had to read like the captions. The captions were
Well,
in English.
now that you just said that, because HBO has DC, it's DC universe. They got that on there. So I wonder if
Oh,
Netflix is still let them be able to stream those. Uh,
I don't
they have
know.
animations, they got shows. Like, are they still going to let them allow them? But maybe they'll pay. They have to pay them to do it. But are they going to even allow them to put it on there? Are they going to be like they just put it off for Netflix? They might end up taking it off for Netflix. So why would you let them, you know, have anything unless, like I said, unless they're going to pay them? Like they had to pay. They probably had to pay for the unless they had a contract with DC with Warner Brothers. But it's like I wonder how that works
Mm,
now because HBO that was helping a lot. They was able to do that. HBO
guess what?
was able to use that, but I don't know now.
If I was Netflix, they wouldn't be able to use it.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like
I know.
then it's like what shows? See, HBO did have a show, but it ended. It was what's that one? They got House of Dragons now, but what was the
Oh, I know which one. Uh,
original?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah, see, Game of Thrones was the show that could carry it for a while, but it ended. That was their Stranger Things type show. Does Paramount have a show that's can carry it like that?
I
I
think
just
they
don't
had
know.
right. Was
Which one?
Paramount? Was it Yellowstone on Paramount?
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, but man,
Yellowstone or
that was the one that was carrying it. But
yeah.
now, like, man, the power struggle is gonna be real
Yeah.
for this next 18 months. Is it right?
Oh, well, that's the thing. So if you don't know the actual breakdown, they have it right here. So the actual breakdown is so whatever theatrical release comes out, they said they bring Sony's biggest movies to Netflix audience. So
Okay,
it said Netflix will be the exclusive streaming home for the Sony films for the first 18 months after their theatrical and video on demand releases. So after that, after the theatrical release and the video on demand release, they'll be getting whatever Sony ones put out. It's only going to be on Netflix for the first 18 months. So
man.
that's kind of big because that's kind of big because like I said, unless Disney has a something a deal with Sony where they can't, because the biggest one coming out for them this year is I'm pretty sure is the Spider-Man. Oh yeah. Spider-Man, where's it at? Brand New Day. That's coming out. It says expected July 31st, 2026. So how is that gonna work? Because Disney is the Marvel spot. So it's like, are they like? I wonder how that's gonna work. That's gonna be tough
I'm
because
telling you, they
with
wouldn't have been
Spider-Man Brand New Day is gonna be big. So you telling me the first
man.
18 months is not gonna be on Disney, or it's going straight to Netflix after the theatrical release, or is Disney gonna fight me like, no, we got Marvel, this is ours. You see what I'm
I'll be
saying?
honest. I wouldn't let them use it if I'm Netflix.
Oh no, I feel you.
And before
It's
we
gonna
get off the topic, you said something earlier. Redbox. Remember Redbox?
Oh yeah, I know.
No, no more
I
Redbox.
remember Redbox came right before Netflix, I think, and then Netflix
Yup.
started.
Yup.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Everything just evolves, and that's what's going
And
on
that,
now. You know.
I, and I'm just saying, like, that's a prime example of why stuff don't work in theaters. People was like, "Oh, I don't gotta go to the Redbox box to get it. I could just get it on on my
Yeah,
TV."
yeah. No, that's real.
That's what happened. They not
Well,
trying to go out.
nah. Yeah, they're not trying to go out. That's real. That's real. Cause I'm looking at the movies that's coming out this year for Sony, and look like the first one they got 28 days later, the Bone Temple. That's just they had another one came out this year, or this past year, or 2024 this past year, but they got another one coming out, and so that'll be one that everybody I think is waiting for. So horror, sci-fi horror, and
Mhm.
then you have Goat, the animated series that got that Steph Curry had worked on, helped, or produced, or whatever you want to call it. Then they have another Resident Evil movie coming out. I guess it's starting from the beginning again. You got Jumanji 3, because Jumanji was pretty big with The Rock, Kevin Hart, and all them. So that's gonna be coming out.
Yeah.
Um Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. That's that animated one that that blew up. So they got they got some titles that's gonna be coming out that is gonna be big for Netflix then. So,
You know what I'm
and like I
saying?
said, I just don't know how. I don't know how that's gonna work though. I don't know how Marvel, Disney is gonna. We got to see what is gonna happen, because, like I said, Disney is supposed to go to Disney. All the Marvel ones is supposed to go to Disney. Then I said, "Oh, my fault. I passed up." They said, they had Venom, and I was like, "Wait, I thought Venom was supposed to be done."
I'm just saying though, like Netflix even got a kids section that's better than all these other stations, like all these other
Oh, the
streaming
streaming
services.
stuff. Yeah, I know they do.
Yeah, because
I mean, Netflix got a lot of
my
you're right
niece and
about it.
nephew love Netflix cartoons. They don't like no other cartoons. You see what
Yeah,
I'm
no,
saying?
that's facts.
I mean, the only other cartoons that can compete with it is on YouTube. That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Man, it's
yeah. I
either
mean,
Netflix or YouTube. Netflix or YouTube. That's it.
and I'm gonna be real. It's not really Netflix show. It's like it's show other shows that just get played on YouTube. Pretty much, like people take the theme
Exactly.
song and everything like that. It's not like the actual show. I mean, they got some shows, but I mean,
Yep.
you're right about that. And now they just up their game with this deal. So I mean, we'll see what's gonna happen, because, like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen with Marvel, with the Marvel movies, the superhero movies. I don't know what's gonna happen with those ones when it comes to
Mhm.
Sony. And then they say in the first 18 months, Netflix is gonna have it. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Disney gonna have a problem with that. So we're gonna see. That's gonna be tough. Yeah, but I
Don't
mean,
know. Uh-huh.
but what do you think this means for, with Netflix doing what it's doing? Because not just with the Sony pictures, but what do you
Uh-huh.
think this means for content creators? Because they look like they're looking at YouTube for people that's doing something. So, what do you think this means for content creators? Is this going to be opportunities opening up for them, you think?
Yeah, because like for all the social medias that get free content and don't pay nobody, like Instagram, for
Mm,
example,
that's true.
uh Instagram could be obsolete if Netflix comes with something like that for creators. Like,
That's something they could do. You're right about that. It could
you know
come
what I
with something
mean?
for creators, because if they come with that, yeah, it's gonna be a problem. They're gonna be able to
Yeah,
draw. I mean,
Instagram been playing
think
for
about how
years.
many think about how many people is has a following, a cult following, just on IG, and then they got content that they're creating that they can bring. and they could fit and Netflix figure it out and be like, oh, we're gonna give you this. That'd be crazy. Yeah, that'd
This
be
is
crazy.
crazy though. I gotta tell you this. So basically, Netflix been around longer than we thought. Basically, Blockbuster and Hollywood Video and all them video stores was a bit bigger than it.
Oh
It
wow.
says the creators of Netflix, Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph, in 1997 they created. And it said, quick fun fact, it was started as a DVD by mail service before streaming took over the world. So they
Oh,
basically, you see what I'm saying? They was doing that.
that
But like you
that
said, they evolved.
they
They
evolve. You
didn't
can't.
stay in the box. Yep.
Yeah, that's what it's about. You got to evolve. If they would have stayed the same, look where they would be. If they would have said DVDs was they figured out that DVDs was obsolete. They they send in
Yep.
video, send in DVD. They you order it, they send it to you, you ship it back. Why do that? Now let's go to streaming service. Now they're not getting content. Now what's the next thing for this? What's the next thing to turn this into something even bigger?
Oh, man, you're right. You're right. What's the next thing? But before I gotta tell you this. This is the whole reason Netflix was created. This is why I said don't piss the right person off. In 1997, Reed Hastings got hit with a $40 late fee from Blockbuster for returning Apollo 13 late. The pain sparked the question, why isn't there a better way to rent movies? So he teamed up with his boy, and that's how Netflix was born. All because Blockbuster hit him with a $40 late fee.
Wow, that is crazy. So $40 late fee turned to $1 billion company, basically.
And yeah, and guess what? In 2000, Netflix was struggling, and they offered to sell the company to Blockbuster for 50 million. And Blockbuster's response, they laughed them out of the room.
And now there's not a Blockbuster on any corner no more.
Not a Blockbuster on any corner.
Wow.
Blockbuster had 9,000 plus stores, and Netflix was tiny and losing money mailing DVDs.
So Blockbuster fumbled everything.
Yep,
They tried wait, so he was gonna sell it to. They could have had this whole company.
yep,
But see, that's a problem still though. Everything happens for a reason because he took it to the next level. They would have just stopped. They would have got comfortable.
yep, yep. Because they
That's the
got
thing.
comfortable with the 9,000 stores, and they said they were addicted to late fees, so they was making the late fees trying to catch up to the revenue because in 2007, Netflix would start streaming in 2007, and they start getting money.
Wow, that is crazy. That is great. A $40 late fee, and you
When
turned it into
Blockbuster started all of
billion.
this.
So
So
yeah, you're right.
a
Don't piss off the
$40 in a negative. $40 in a negative started all of this. That's crazy.
wow. I did not know. That's crazy, man.
I be
So
telling people all the time, be careful who you play with. Be careful. They don't
man,
be hearing me though.
we bring it back to the first story. That's just what we were saying.
Yep.
Anton Daniels did not know who he was messing with. Like that's
Yep.
what I mean. Don't
Yep.
you just left it alone, bro. You tried to do
Man.
something. So yeah.
Yep.
But that's crazy.
And guess what?
So Netflix,
Big dogs don't bark. I'm telling you. They laughed him out the room. They didn't say a word. They laughed him out the room. They got to work. See what I'm saying?
right? Yeah, no, that's facts. That's facts. I didn't know Blockbuster had a chance and
Man.
they fumbled it, bro.
Yep.
That's so that is
All that
hilarious.
all that snake movement. All that snake movement, man. You better be careful.
Yeah,
That's
no, that's
all.
real. That's
Yeah.
real. They brought so as of now, Netflix has a deal with Sony Pictures, and then they are buying Warner Brothers outright.
Yep.
That's crazy. From
They
him going
built up to
almost
that. Oh my
broke
God.
to
Yeah.
him almost going broke
They
to
built up to
almost
that.
having to
That's
sell it.
crazy.
First off, Blockbuster pissed him off with the
Yep.
late fee. He almost had to sell it to them, and they laughed him out the room.
Yeah.
And then now he's got a deal with Sony Pictures, and
Yep.
had bought Warner Brothers now.
Not a Blockbuster in sight.
Hey,
Man, I remember Blockbuster was the biggest thing ever.
oh yeah,
A lot of y'all
everybody,
don't. A lot of these they don't even know about Blockbuster.
nah,
You had to rent
nobody,
video games
gonna
at.
know
You
about,
had to go, huh?
nobody gonna know about, yeah, none of that.
You had to go rent a video game. You couldn't just rent it or buy it on your PlayStation.
Mm-mm. Mm.
Crazy.
That, that's crazy, man. But that's all man. But you know, that's how it goes, man. Like, and just the fact that he kept it going. That's another thing too. He evolved it into something bigger, and it's like
Yep.
he had to do all this himself. So
Everything.
when you start something, finish it, man. No matter what it's
Yep.
gonna be. He almost had to sell it.
Yep.
He
Make sure
almost
you
had to.
do good business. Don't go behind people back trying to snake them. Uh, don't try to manipulate situations to benefit you when uh you have nothing to do in that business. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
just be legit. Be legit, and it'll last longer. I'll say.
Oh no, that's real. That's real.
'Cause once a person show you they're a snake, you can't trust them. This is what it is. So with that
Mm.
being said, uh, remain solid and keep them squares out your circle. That's it for today.
Yeah. We out.
We out.